Right then, this is a once in a lifetime blank. Right then, as I said, this is kind of a once in a lifetime blank on here. It's a piece of Tigerwood, right? It's about 15.5, 16 across. But the thing about it is, it's a little over 5 inches deep. You don't get these anymore. Not this deep. They don't cut slabs this thick anymore. I was very, very lucky to get this piece, right? Now, it does have a couple of little problems in it, right? There's a couple of inclusions there. There's actually a couple of screw holes here in the bottom, which I'm hoping the screws are out of. I can't tell. I tried it with a magnet, but it's not picking up on it. So I'm hoping here. I've already just rounded it off and flattened it off here just to save time. What I'm going to try and do with this is something I've never done with a piece of Tigerwood before. I'm going to try and core it, because something this deep, it will be an absolute shame just to get rid of all that wood. Right, so I'm going to try and core it. And we get to use the vacuum chuck and anger for the first time. If this all works out the way I have it in my head. Right. So everything's there. I want that mark, right. That mark is going to become very important later. Right. What I want to do in order to core it is, I want a foot on it. I want it as a mortise bottom, but I also want to put a tenon in it because of the coring. Right. I never core on a mortise because I think it's dangerous. Good, 16.5. Right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a foot in it, I'm going to put a mortise in it, and I'm going to put a tenon in it, right? So the foot, that's, what did I say it was? 16.5, let's call it 16. Let's say 4 inches. Give me, no, that's too much. 3 6s. 3 6s, 18, say 5.5. Say a 3-inch foot. Right, that's roughly the foot. Grab that, because it's Tigerwood. I'm going to be wearing the mask all the time because lungs and breathing is handy. Turn on the overhead extractor as well. This is the video I was supposed to do last week, but because of the screw up with the bandsaw, this was the blank I was cutting. As I said, this is the video I was supposed to do last week, but because of the screw up with the bandsaw, I couldn't. Right, first thing I'm going to do is mark for the tenon. Right, that's tenon size. And I'm going to do a slightly oversized mortise, because the mortise is only there for the look. Right. Now the mortise is actually going to end up bigger than that, because I need to get the my modified skew in there to put the edge on it, or to put the, sorry, my brain is not working today. Dovetail. Right. But for the mortise, as I said, it's not a true mortise, it's only there for show. Yeah, that'll do fine. Anyway, because I'm coring, I'll do that a little deeper. And that'll work fine for that. You know, I'm actually slightly nervous cutting this because it's, as I said, it's a piece it's a piece of wood I'm never going to see again. A piece like this. Right, get the foot in. Right. About half of the depth of this. The foot's about half the depth of that, which is fine. Right, then I'll throw the helmet on and we'll get on with this. I've no actual perfect shape in my head for this. I'm gonna let the wood bring me where it wants to bring me. The only thing that's going to dictate any form of shape is that, but that's just going to go. And I need to see where these holes end up and those screw holes. So as I said, I've no actual shape in my head. I don't know if I'm going to do a compound curve or if I'm going to do a single curve or what yet. But so this one's going to be a bit interesting, especially with the coring. Now, stick the helmet on. Right, check the cutting. Right. Now, same as usual, knock the corner off and go from there. Not worried about finished cuts or anything else like that. Right. And we got the tool, that's where I wanted it, which is there. Take a bit more of this corner away. Check how everything's looking. That's nearly gone. Right. Now what I want to do is come across there, the same as always, go into the foot, so you can see the design, what I'm doing. Square up that foot again. I want a square foot on it. I don't want a slope foot on it, I want a square one. Right, like that. And this back where I want it. Again, still below. Now we start trying to shape this and cut those flaws out of it. Still can't see any metal in those screw holes, but I'm down a bit now, so I just want to check it again. See if we can feel anything in there. If there is, I can't feel anything. It's going to be a nice little white part in this video. Now I'm going to pull from there to try and get this part out of it. I'm just hogging away wood here, I'm not thinking about finished cuts or anything. There's about the slight bounce there that I don't like. Right, so need to sharpen this gouge again and then be back. Alright then, freshly sharpened gouge, so we can start thinking about finished cuts. Need to get this bump out of here. There's a little slight bump there because the gouge wasn't sharp. So now I have to cut it out of it. There we go, that's got it. Hopefully gone. And the curve is going down to there. Right. And we keep going. I definitely think I'll compound this curve. Okay, right. There's the rough shape that I want. It's cut's terrible because there's no finished cuts done on it yet. Even down there isn't finished properly because there's an edge there, there's an edge there, there's an edge there. What I was trying to do was just get the shape I'm looking for, which I roughly have now. Now I will start worrying about finished cuts. Right, so we come from there. You worry about finished cuts when you're finished cutting. The curve is not smooth now. I don't like there. I'm going to bring it more. And the gouge is blunt again. Back to it and get that corner the way I want it. Oh, much better. Still not 100% happy with that. That's a bit better, except for just there's a bump. No, still don't like that. Yeah, that's better. Have a look at it. There's a couple of slight little tool marks in it, but sanding will take that out. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take it off and I'm going to fill these little screw holes with sawdust and CA before I sand it. So I'll do that and I'll sand and finish it. Right, and I'll be back in a second. Right, and just buffing the wax off. No real problems when I was doing the sanding apart. I did find another crack that I had to fill. There's like a hidden crack in it that I had to fill. But it turned out quite nice. Now, as I said, I'm going to core this, which I've never done with Tigerwood before. The only thing I know is it's going to be harder than the normal coring I do, because dry hard wood is much harder to core than what I would normally core, which is a greenish wood. Core them lengths out and then put them through the kiln. Well, so it should be interesting. Hopefully it works. Isn't that nice? Some nice colours in that one. Right, the other thing that I'm hoping is those nail holes that I filled, or the screw holes, don't have that the screws didn't break off in them. So I'll flip it over, set up for doing the coring, and I'll be right back. Right, then we're set up to core this. As I said, I have no idea if this is actually going to work, because I have never tried it on Tigerwood before, and I know that coring hard, very dry wood is not as easy as coring the wood I normally core. So we're going to take this very gentle. Recommended speed is 500, so that's where we go. Right, now, very gently. I have everything tightened well down. And I can tell you, it definitely does not cut as easy as the other. I got a feeling if I do get this, it's going to take a long time, so I'll just keep going. Right, I want that to cool down. It's getting very, very hot. That was getting extremely hot, so I'm going to let it cool down. Now I'm starting to think about those screws, so I'm listening to it very carefully, just in case there is screw heads inside this. And hopefully, even if there is, I should be far enough away from them. The grain is starting to turn now, so I'm getting shavings rather than just dust. So hopefully it might go a bit faster. I think I'm about halfway. The handle vibration is very strong. So he's still locked down tightly. The pressure is so much on the banjo that it's moving it. I was expecting stuff like this could happen. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually tighten the tightening nut on the bottom of the banjo. Without moving it if I can, because it'll mess up everything. Leave that out because I'm going to have to loosen the banjo again. Right, we'll try this again. Check the tightness on these. So what these moved. Whoa, that is very hot. That whole arm is very hot. I do not like that sound. I don't like that sound one bit. Right. Stop it till I try something here. Just going to move it so it's slightly closer to the inside. Now it's going to change the cut inside, but so much pressure on it, even with the banjo tightened up, it's still moving it. Nope. Still touching the banjo. Right, I'm going to have to tighten the banjo up even more. Right, that banjo is as tight as it's possible to get it outside. Right now, it's cord. I'm going to have to break that out. But the cording system is all the way in now. And the banjo is not moving, so I have to loosen it off again and reset it. So I'll do that and I'll be right back. Well, that was a job and a half to get that done. Right, that should crack off. Crowbar. Yeah, that'll crack out, no problem. I would not say that this cut inside here is going to be pretty. Not worried about that. Yeah, now that it's not all that pretty in there. And we get a 12-inch bowl out of that. Right, that'll all be going away for the tenon anyway. That part there, I'll be going away for the tenon anyway. Alright then. Now we can get this thing done. Finally. That was not fun. That was nerve-wracking. Doing that. At least now we can just finish this as we would a normal bowl. Right, now we'll sit the mask back on and we get to finishing this. Actually, not surprised this was so hard to core. It's rock hard. This looks like it's going to be pretty inside. Still watching out for those screw holes though, because I don't know where they're going to come out. There's a lot of that dark Tigerwood in one section here. There. It's on the other side of the white, is it? Yeah, it's on the opposite side of the white, and that's rock hard. It's really killing the edge on this. Now I'm going to negative right scrape this part because I'm not super happy with the cut. On the same sanding surface. That's really bad. Right, doesn't look like a negative right scraped in the middle there. I'm just going to re-cut it. Yeah, that's better. Right, now I'll sand and finish the inside of that, and I'll be back in a sec. Right, I'm just buffing the wax off. I am not 100% happy with it. This one will probably end up going back on the lathe. I just don't have time to do it today. And we're losing the macro camera. Okay, right. Basically, fine. There's a little bit of tear out just there. So this is probably going to end up going back on the lathe to sort that out. Now, I'll take this off and we'll sort out that tenon that's on it. As I said, it's the first time I'm going to be using the vacuum chuck in anger. So I'll set up for that and be right back. Right, then we have the vacuum chuck on, and I'm going to use that mark I made earlier with the tailstock to line everything up, make sure everything is central, and that everything will turn properly. Leaving that line there leaving that mark there makes this very easy to line up. And then I'm not going to turn the vacuum truck on until I have to. I'll just use the pressure of it at the moment to get rid of the tenon. Right. I'm going to use the cryo to do it. Right. Clear, yes. Right, we just start eating away this tenon. I think that one might be a bit too big. I'll go with a smaller ball gouge for doing this. Oh, that's better. Right, let's look at this. Right, then now we turn on the vacuum truck. Take the tailstock away. Check it's on there. It is. Now we start eating this away. And now it's still the vacuum truck, I'll sand and clean that base. So I'll do that and I'll be right back. Right, just buffing the wax out this last bit. The vacuum truck makes stuff so easy. I am not joking. With full access to here, which is very handy. The drive just to finish the bottom of these off the lathe by hand, but this just makes it so much easier. And there is the end. I don't know whether I'm going to put a coin in this one or not. I want to refinish the inside first before I do anything. But that's basically it. Right, I'll take it off and give you a better look at it. So I'll do that and be back in a sec. Right then, there we have it. A 16 3/4 by 5 Tigerwood Bowl. Ended up quite pretty. As I said, it'll be going back on the lathe because I'm not happy with that little bit of tear out on the inside there. So that'll have to be sorted out. Right, and we ended up with an 11.5-inch core as well. Compared to coring green wood, that was extremely difficult. Like you seen, I had to adjust the banjo and basically lock it down really hard to even hold the coring system. But at least we got an 11.5-inch core out of it. It's not very often, well, I've never actually done it before, where I've cored Tigerwood, because I never get them thick enough. They don't really come thick enough to core. Like, there's no point in coring something that's 3.5 inches. There's just no point in it. But that one I cored, much what I expected, rock hard. But it was an interesting thing to do. So if you enjoyed that one, I got anything out of it, if you wouldn't mind leaving a like on the video, and I'll see you in the next one.